Hello, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a brand new video. This week on the Magic Roundabout we have got excuse me, a Bedford coal truck. As you can see, it's a bit of a mess. Yeah, this is the red one. It's got a sign on should have a sign on the roof. So that's what we're dealing with this week. As you have a quick look at this going round, as usual, I'd like to thank all my new subscribers who've come on board. Thanks very much. It's much appreciated. And welcome back to all my old subscribers, old mates. Thanks for your continued support. That is also much appreciated. So, that being said, let's get this old bugger off the Magic Roundabout and we'll have a good look at it. Let's have a look at this then. I've already took the rivet out. There's only one rivet in there. Ground that out because I needed to have a look at this window unit and see how I'm going to fix this top. Okay, right, let's have a look. Dinky Toys. Bedford TK tipper. Well, I think they use this chassis for tipping trucks and one or two other different ones, but this is the coal version. It came with a few sacks on the back and I think a set of scales. I can make the sacks, but I ain't going to make the scales. So let's have a look. Windows all smashed in at the front, so it needed definitely needed the new windscreen. And as you know from the previous video, if you were watching it, off the dustbin truck, which helped with one or two other parts, I've got to do a half decent windscreen, complete with tax disc. I think it's tax disc. Yeah, it is tax disc. Yeah, so that's good. I've raided the Lego box. I always keep some spare Lego, and I've got this. So this hopefully will make a signboard. I've got to cut it down, and I've got some old Airfix sprue which I can cut down and put in the hole because it had like these two and it was attached to the back. So you'll see later anyway when I cut this up. So that's that, and I've got some, where are they? Where are they gone? I've lost the decals. Oh, there they are. I've got some decals for it. That goes on the signboard. Hale & Co. And the other ones are behind it, the door ones. So we've got those. So we should be good to go. So having said that, the cab comes off. It's just the one rivet, and it hooks in that tag underneath. And the window unit just dropped out anyway, so I've got to drill that. There's a window unit. That can be, I'll keep the sides, I'll cut these sides out because they might come in handy. You never know. Never throw anything away. Right. Okay, so we got that. That's the interior. Standard vac form. It's got a bit of a chunk missing there. I might nick one out the other cab, actually. I'm not keen on the blue. I might do it black, actually. I don't think blue is really very good for a dirty old coal truck, is it? So that's them two. So we're left with this here. The tyres, this tyre's shot. I'll have to have a look if I've got any spares. If not, I'll have to see if I can do something with that. So we'll get these off anyway. Doubles on the back. Come on, baby. That's it. One. Get them off here. Should be coming off easy enough. Get them off the back. Then get them off the front. Come on, you little toe rag. There you go. That's that one. That one. I don't think I've got any of this size. I'll have to have a look. I might, but I don't think so. Off you get. Come on. That's it. That's off. Ah, we've got a problem there. Yeah, I'll glue that back on. That's broke that, look. Well, we need the case for the super glue. Broke a bit of the wheel out. Broke a bit of the wheel there. Not good. Right, okay. So I'll have to take the pins out. I've got this pin to take out here. As you can see, there's not a lot of room in there to get that pin out. You can see it from there. There it is there. There's hardly any movement in that. We'll grind that out. And we'll grind that one out. It doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, it doesn't tip. So it's going to be solid. So I'll get a grind them out. Get these axles off because they're plastic. They can't go. The wheels are plastic. They can't go into caustic soda. Right, so I'll get ahead and do that. Okay. Just to show you, I got these pins out. As you can see from there, that there's not a lot of room. Maybe screwdriver. There's not a lot of room in there because you're hitting that. So it's very difficult to get a file or anything in there on that one. And the same as this one, the pin's coming out of here already. Okay, as you can see, there's not a great deal of room there. Very, very, very little. Because you've got that up getting in the way and everything. I mean, if you wanted to, you could cut them, but then it'd be a waste of an axle. So what I did, this is basically for newcomers who don't, you know, who's not come across anything like this before. I used where is it? The point, the grinding burrstone or whatever burr, I don't know what they call these things, but it worked anyway. Sharp point, just to grind round there as I went round. Took a bit of time. Take your time so you don't want to damage anything. So that's basically how you do it. And you get enough just to pull it through with the pliers, which is what I did. So once you pull them through the pliers, you can grind them off and smooth them down. And that releases your body then, you see. Got it out. Come on, bugger. Your little toe rack. Stop being a diva, that's it. Right, got it. So there you got your two parts. So we can get them stripped. Get the cab stripped. Clean these up. Yeah, what I'll do, I'll just glue these back in. Well, I'll put a bit of super duper on the end of there because they don't do anything. They're just there to hold it in place. So that's a bonus. Got the axles off in the same way. Just ground a bit off. These are quite thick, these axles and all. So they're plastic wheels, so they've got to be they're going to be washed. This will be put in a drill bit and spun and cleaned up. This one, unfortunately, I've got to repair. God, it's not coming out, is it? I'll have to tap that one down. That's stuck itself in there. I'll have to release that and repair that. I think I can. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to repair it. Yeah, I've got the other bits, so that's all right. It's a bit of super glue. That'll sort that out. When I put the tyres back on, I'll warm them up so they go on easier. Okay, I should have warmed them up, take them off really, but they didn't seem too bad. My mistake. So that's it then, really. We're that's not. They're in there a bit hard, them, aren't they? I'll get them out later. I'll soak them in something. So we're ready to go. We're already stripped, ready to go. Catch you in a bit. Okay, caustic soda time on the Bedford coal truck. Just wait for the kettle to boil a second or two. We're all in there. But I'll show it this time. Now and again I like to show it. Otherwise, if it's going to be a shortish video. So we've got the cab, the bed and the chassis in. Here we go. Boil away. Or better put the extractor fan on. Here we go. Get the water in. Tip the cab upside down, I think would be better. Get plenty in. Right. Here we go. I'm running low of this, I've got to get some more. The old cool stick. I see the red's coming off. Give that a second or two. Put some water in the rinsing tray. There we go. Right. Hoping this comes out, or comes off pretty good anyway. Some paints come off easy, some don't. Some take a few minutes, some take 20 minutes. That seems to be coming off. Now look, I don't know if you can see that, it's come off the bed. So look at the chassis. Where it's virtually comes straight off that chassis. So that's good. So look at the cab. Yeah, it's coming off that. Yeah, it's going to take, the cab's going to take the longest, I think. So I'll leave that in there. Let it brew up for a little bit. Just check the chassis again. Looks like tomato soup. Right, I'm going to take the chassis out, but that's clean. Put that in a rinser. I'll leave the trailer bed just, well, trailer bed. The bed's about done, but there's a few nooks and crannies, so I'm going to leave it in there for 5 minutes. Okay, so I'll catch you when it's polishing time. Okay, right, I've done a bit of the cab. I did this with a wire brush. Well, it's a soft one. I've got this. This is what people use for doing suede shoes. I can't remember where I picked this up, but it's quite good. So I did that with this. I was a bit cold and I wanted to warm up a little bit. So that's the cab done. So now I'm going to have a quick go at the bed. And like always, I shan't show it all to you. We've got the Wizard on the go. We'll get the whole bed cleaned up. Should be good to go. There we go. Yeah, it's going to come up all right, isn't it? Right, I'm going to go ahead and clean all this lot up. Otherwise it's going to get boring. Okay, I'll get back to it when it's cleaned. Andrew, Maple Leaf Makeovers, if you're watching, it turned up and I told you wrong. It wasn't 63, it was 93 by mistake, but it's here anyway. So that's one to look forward to. 1/18 scale, going large. Bit of an update. As you know, I was cleaning it all up last time we see each other. This time I need to make a headboard. I showed you earlier on that I got some Lego, and it's probably a little bit thicker than it ought to be, but it was good enough. It's nice and flat. So I cut that to the size I wanted it, and I put a bit of very thin plastic card on the back at the end, so that should fit roughly in there. I used the decals to go by the size that I wanted, so it just fit on there. And the back, I noticed on the Dinky one, it got these little posts that have been flattened here, and they go on the back. They'll sit something like that on the back. Let me see that. Yeah, which then in turn goes through those holes. And I used a bit of, you know, Revell Airfix sprue off an old kit, and well, I actually use it for making drain pipes on a diorama. But yeah, so I cut that to the size I wanted, then filed half of it flat. So that's where we are now. I can't to put these in. The original window screen has got holes in the top where they push in, but they're very fragile and I don't want to crack it. So what I'm going to do is, once I've cleaned this up, I'm going to put a little bit of sellotape on the bottom of there, so they basically sit just inside. I'll show you with this old one. So basically they'll just sit like that. Where's the other one? There. This is a work in progress, guys, so don't get too then the headboard will sit something like that, perhaps a bit lower down than that by the time I finished, just so I can get some paint around it. Then I have the decal on it sprayed. So that's where we are with this. Okay, put that back over there. I've repaired the wheel, the hub what broke off. I repaired that. So the next stage is I'm going to fiddle about and get these glued in place. Yeah, and glue it on there then, and then I can leave it on there and paint it whilst it's on. It'll all be the same colour then. Prime it and paint it. All right. So that's where we are with this. And I'm going to go and wash all my bits now. So there we go. That's the update. So I'll catch you when I got a bit further on. Detail painting time. Right. We're all done. Nice red. All lacquered up and dried. Signboard all done. Back of the bed. Underneath. All done. Chassis. Sorted. So we do some details now. What I'm going to do with this, but Dinky had it painted silver right away across. So I'm just going to do the grille and the lights. I'm going to do the badge. Let's get a pointer. Yes, I'm going to do the badge. Just the front of the grille. The lights. And these sticking out the side here. They're, on some of them you'll see they've got half is a side light and half is an indicator. So you'll see silver and orange on some of them, and some of them are slightly different. So we're going to do that, we'll try and do that on here. They're a bit small, but we'll have a go. The bumper is black. The door handles will be painted, and that little bit there, the bottom of the step will be painted. Okay, so we're going to have a go at that. So here we go. Here we go. Like always, I shan't show it all of you, to all of it. But we'll just do what we can. That's what we'll do. Says he. Wait one. Paint's not playing, paint's playing up. The old paint's getting a bit naughty now. Apologies for the delay. As you can see, it's getting really bad in there now. I'm very reluctant to ditch this. Very reluctant. But I might have to. I might have to. Let's just drop that bit down there. Right, sorry about that. Let's get on. Oh, you idiot. I just stuck the bloody paintbrush in my mouth with solid paint on it. Right. Here we go. Tell you what, winter's here now. It's flipping cold. Awful day yesterday here in the east of the country. Heavy rain and snow mixed in. It was blinking awful. I had to go out and in the car a few times yesterday. Oh, right, everybody's okay. Who's got their tree up already? Loads of people got the trees up already. And all the outside of the house is done. Flipping it, it's only well early yet. We'll get this grill painted. There we go. Get in there. It's quite prominent, the bars on this grill actually. So if you wanted to, you could put a wash in there and get away with it. A black wash to make out you got the radiator behind it. We're just going to get in all the little holes up to the edges. Here we go. Take your time. No rush. Well, there is. for me. Not for you boys are doing that at home. Yeah. Oh no, I can hear the dog coming up. Oh, I can hear him. The monster's coming. It sounds like a Vietnamese pot-bellied pig when he's snorting about. Bless him. He's got a little bit more to do and then I'm going off, finish the rest. Trying to get that as neat as you can in there. Right. There you go. That looks pretty good, don't it? One or two spots there. Can get there, there and there. Okay, I'm going to finish this off camera now so you can see what it's like when it's all done. Alrighty then. Right, all the details are done. Where are we? Right, details are done. I put the axles and wheels back on. Can't take them over and peen them on the drill press because he was quite thick. This it wouldn't tap over with a hammer. I painted the fuel tank black. I thought I'd do something different on that. Here's the cab. There you go. Bumper black, and you can just see the head side lights, indicator top, and the silver at the bottom. Did the badge, put the Bedford sign in. I've got one bit of touching up to do, just a little tiny bit there, just a little tiny bit. Got the headboard on and the window glass in. The window glass is not riveted, wasn't riveted in or anything like that, so I'll push it up in as far as I can and push these down on the top. So that's good. But that's the reason I'm not holding it properly is because I'll just put a bit of floor polish on that bumper because I do that matte. Because sometimes if you do it in the gloss, you get paint streak marks in it. So I did it in the matte. And I just gone over it with a bit of floor polish. So there we are. That's what we've done. The interior, I painted it black. I didn't like the blue. It looked not very nice. So that's the back. So we're all done. So, got the decals ready. These are already pre-cut, as I showed you the other week on some of them. I know these are because I've just had them in the light and had a look. You can barely see it, but they're there. And these ones, okay. So I'm debating whether to put the decals on first or assemble it first. I really don't know. The rivet, I'm gonna have to glue this cab on because the rivet, there's not a lot of room there for the rivet, to be honest with you. I did try drilling it through, but it's very, very thin. Not a lot of room, so I'm gonna glue this back on. It won't be coming apart again once it's on. It's done, finished, finitoed. Right, I'm gonna put a bit of water in my tub for the decals, just to let that cool down. There. Okay. Alright, assembling this. As I said before, because there's no room to pin these pins over, they don't do anything, it doesn't tip, so they can just slide in and be glued. Okay. I think we can do that. And that hooks in like that, so I think, yeah, we can just about do that. Yeah. Excuse me, I've got itchy nose. Itchy nose. So that goes on there like so. Pushed in tight on there. So I'm just checking everything before we go any further. Right, let's see. Yeah, I'll put this in, I think. So the back, we can handle it better this way because we'll put the pins in. There's one. Drop this pin in, get hold of it. Says 8. Says 8. Push the pins in, boy. Push them in. Oh, that's one pin in. The other pin in. Through here. That's up and through there. That's one. That's two. Right, that's sitting straight. Yeah. Right, let's put a drop of super duper on these. Oh, that one's come out. Look at that. Look. That's because I polished them, innit? That's it. Just to stop them coming out. Great. That's one. Right. Leave that like that for a second or two. Let that go off. Let it go off. Yeah, well, I'll let that go off for a minute before I put the cab on. I don't want the pins falling out, especially when the glue's trying to dry. We will. Okay, well, it's been a fairly straightforward build. Just there we go. That should be good enough now. All right, let's tip that up then. Put the interior in. And you don't forget we hook that in there under the front, and that should then shut down nicely on there. We'll put some glue in here. Oops. Stand up, wait. Make sure it's down nice and tight. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to leave that like that. Well, I'll leave that there for about 5 minutes, till it all go off, and then we'll put the decals on. Okay. Right, ready for the decals. I've done the top one, air and coat. It doesn't have one on the back because obviously the uprights are there. They'll get in the way. Right, so we're going to put the door ones on now. Let's put a little bit of that on there, on the door, just to help it. Just grab that by the corner. Put that somewhere where it needs to be. Tell you what, shove that up a bit if I can. And get it away from the there. Oh. Positioning these things can be a pain, that's for sure. Roll it out. Dab it off. Bit of dab it off on it. What I'm going to do with that is get some of the red stuff on this, some of the red on it. What that'll do is that'll help that stick to the that'll help it stick over that curve. So just put a little bit of that on there. There you go. Right, I'll leave that then. Do the other side. Do we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Yeah. Do it this way because I'm cack-handed, like I said before. You watch, I better put them in the wrong bloody place. Better go over here, I bet. Should have checked really, shouldn't I? But they're going where they're going. Now, if I'm happy with that, I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with that, got to move that one. It's all about positioning. That's good. I'm happy with that now. Right, a bit of red on it, and we're done. Okie dokie then. Decals are on. We're going to let them go off a little bit. And we'll see it on the magic roundabout, all completed. This is what we started with. Bedford's coal truck. Very play worn. So this is what we started with. So we'll see what we ended up with. All done. Dinky Toys TK Bedford coal truck. All refurbished. Ready for a new round. Oh, I knocked up some coal sacks to stick on the back. Then I made them out of blue tack not long ago, a couple of minutes ago. Well, say that about 10 minutes ago. Shaped them out of blue tack, made them look like sacks. Sprayed them matte black and stacked them on the back. It just gives it a little bit extra, don't it, really? Here we go. Decals on. Hale & Co. On the new headboard at the top. I didn't go round with the full silver grill at the front, right round as Dinky did. I just did a slight twist to it. Black fuel tank there. There you go, a nice shine to it. Not a bad little kit. Not a bad little thing. I couldn't find any new tyres, so I've had to use the old ones, so they're a little bit sort of chunks out of them, but I'll clean them up best I can. Windscreen's nice and clean. Black interior. I know it doesn't show the interior, but it is black in there. I prefer that to the blue. Well, I hope you like this one. I enjoy doing it like I do all of them. And I will see you next week with another video. Not sure what it's going to be yet. I've got a couple I've got my eye on. So I have to wait and see. Tune in and see. Okay then. Onwards and upwards to the next one. Bye for now.